And for the first time in over 26 years, the Saints overpowered the Red Devils at the Theatre of Dreams. That also ended their 10 matches unbeaten run. Talking about Manchester United and Southampton, the game yesterday night's peak of the weekend. Hello and welcome. I'm Cecilia Mogbe and you're watching Sports This Morning. First, let's take a look at the major headlines. What Rabiu Ali's blunder ensured that Eagles were caged by the Elephants in Dubai. And also on the program, who will wear the crown tonight? Messi, Ronaldo or Manuel Neuer? Remember that since 2007, no other player have won it except the Argentine and the Portuguese. Can a German come in between these two top players in the world? That's what we will find out tonight when the Ballon d'Or award will take place. And no Super Bowl for Dallas Cowboys this February. Aaron Rodgers made sure of that, despite struggling with a calf injury. And before Tayo Salam joins me to discuss these and more, let's just see how Solomon Kalou profited from Eagles' weak defense in Dubai.
I saw some pictures of him doing strength training in the US, and so he's supposed to come back fitter, stronger, and even more agile. But so far, the Ivorians have not really put up an impressive performance. If I have to rate them, I would say below average.
Javinho looking to up the ante here, push them above average with that attack. Hasn't worked out for him, doesn't work out for Nigeria. Tiote. Oh, there is Sheikh Tiote, powering forward and looks for the teammate. Far post! 1-0 Cote d'Ivoire. Taking 84 minutes. It's taking a man who's coming off the bench, but
stylish there. You see Tiote once again standing to his feet, squared the ball nicely, and well placed there by Solomon Kalou, the Hertha Berlin forward.
The man who scored against Nigeria in years gone by on the big stage, that being the African Cup of Nations. But let's go. Not so much about Kalou's finishing, which had to be top-notch, but about the creation then from Sheikh Tiote, the Newcastle United man, showing the more creative side and skillful side of his game.
I mean, he's known for his tackles and his defending and sometimes fantastic shooting, but not known for his dribbles into the 18-yard area. I mean, Sheikh Tiote, if he gets into the 18.
Good morning and welcome. Tayo Salam is joining me now. Tayo, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Cecilia. It's great to be here again. Amazing weekend for sports all over the world. The English Premiership, the NFL, the playoffs is really hotting up right now. And the Super Eagles, obviously, losing that game to Cote d'Ivoire was a very narrow loss, but then a loss is a loss.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully, the home-based lads, they didn't do too badly at all in this game. So it's a learning curve for them as they go on into the next game against Sudan.
Okay, and hopefully they will be able to register a win in that, because that will definitely boost their confidence. Remember that before the game, Coach Stephen Keshi, who is really not with them in Dubai, he was holidaying in Benin at that time, he spoke with them and told them, look, the fact that you're playing Cote d'Ivoire, we have most of the stars playing in Europe, and of course you're having them playing at the Nations Cup. They're not better than you guys, so all you need to do, go there, play your games, and see how you can get something out of it. Just like Tayo said, a lone goal victory, I think it's a good one that they did not really concede so much, because defense was something else. Now you guys can talk to us on Twitter and of course on Facebook. What do you think about the friendly games? And of course Nigerian Football Federation has come to say that they will be looking for more friendlies for the Super Eagles, the home-based Eagles, and of course the main national team. And of course, remember 2016, they will be playing Rwanda. Of course, you have the African Nations Championship, which is CHAN, and that is also preparations towards that. Then you ask yourself, the Super Falcons will be playing African youth, the All-African Games. They have a game this February. They're not in camp yet. And of course, they're having the World Cup later in June. They're definitely not in camp yet for that. Well, they're busy looking for friendlies for the Super Eagles. Okay, I'll end that there. We'll talk about that much later on the program. Now, what do you think about that game?
Yeah, I thought it was an okay game by the home-based Eagles. they gave a good account of themselves in that match. And it's not every time where a scoreline suggests how a game actually went. Yeah, I thought the Nigerians really did well. They managed to hold their own against the Ivorians, although the Ivorians were the better side, and they created a lot more chances than the Eagles. But you can understand the level of competition is definitely higher for the home-based lads. This is the Cote d'Ivoire side that will go to the Nations Cup in Equatorial Guinea. So I can excuse them a little bit, and that's where the mistake came about. Rabiu Ali there was
to clear the ball.
No, I wasn't trying to clear. I was showboating right there. He lost the ball in midfield and trust a clinical side like Cote d'Ivoire, a lot of experience.
Yes.
They took advantage of it. The square that's the pass there was from Tiote and Kalu, easy finish. Agbim off his line already, and that's how the Eagles lost the game.
And that's all. Okay, and of course, they'll be playing Sweden this Saturday. And of course, according to Coach Daniel Amokachi, that's the assistant coach, he said that, well, they will definitely learn from it and see how they can get more results in the game against Sudan. Now, still talking about football, before we go to tennis much later, we're going to be bringing you a report on Haruna Quadri. Remember on Wednesday, actually made the country proud that everyone gets to know that, look, this guy is actually from Oyo State. But before that, I'll talk briefly about the Super Falcons. Now, the Super Falcons are praying for the All-African Games taking place in Congo-Brazzaville later this year. And, of course, in February, they will be playing Mali. You know, sometime in December, the coach actually said that if they can just play one or two friendlies, the Malians are really not a difficult side, but at least they really need to prepare. They don't even have programs for it and all that. And, of course, they will be playing, you know, at the World Cup. We'll keep talking about that on the program. Now, why the Nigerian Football Federation are actually looking for friendlies for this, for the boys? So why not do the same, or are they doing that for them?
Yeah, well, I can't say for sure now, but all we know is actually during the holidays, I felt once all the festivities was over, they will now start preparing for the World Cup, that is the Super Falcons. Yeah, but then right now we really don't know what's on ground for them in terms of their preparation, in terms of the friendly matches they will play, and so that's where the NFF comes into play. They need to come out and let Nigerians and let the team know how they will be getting ready for the World Cup in Canada. Yeah,
because if you check, you know, the league is definitely not in session now. Yes. This is the time they actually need to be together before the league will start in March. But right now, we don't even have that. Well, just like you said, we just hope that they can come up with a program. They know what they're doing. The girls understand what they're doing, because everyone is saying the fact that, you know, they happens to be, they won the award, best team in Africa. Of course, it was expected. You have the best player in Africa, also from Nigeria, Cesar Toshola. You're having this, you're having more like, so definitely there's going to be pressure on them going into the World Cup, because everyone is saying they're actually the best team right now in Africa, and representing your continent at the world stage is a bigger stage, and preparations, and of course having a program that can tailor into their own programs, because most of the girls internationally will not be available for these games. But the earlier they made it known to them, they'll know how they can actually schedule, you know, their own games abroad, and of course in line with what Nigerian Football Federation will come up with. And hopefully we'll hear news that they will be in camp soon. And of course, hopefully we hear stories and news that they now have friendlies to play. We're hoping that Nigerian Football Federation are already, you know, shopping and trying to see how they can get them to play friendlies. Now, we talked about Haruna Quadri, of course. Last week, Wednesday, he was able to win 2 awards in one night. Osino Akman packaged this report for us. And of course, for the first time, people started hearing that, look, this man is actually from Oyo State, because everyone felt he's from Lagos State because of the support he's getting from Lagos. Let's listen to this report.
Nigerian who produced breathtaking table tennis that stand world.
Incredible performance by Kadri Haruna. He's getting standing ovations here.
Standing ovation for the player that lost. A rare applause by spectators for this Nigerian who produced breathtaking table tennis that stand world champions.
Certainly someone to keep an eye out on.
On his way to the quarterfinals of the Men's World Cup in Germany, the charismatic Nigerian beats world number 16 Tang Peng, world number 27 Japan's Kenta Matsudaira, and world number 37, Russia's Alexander Shibaev. Aruna Quadri announced himself on the world stage. Last year, the 26-year-old moved from 237th in the world rankings to number 30. He is Africa's number 1.
Aruna Quadri is leading the way, shining light for table tennis in Nigeria, not only because he's playing so well, but I think the humility and discipline he brings to the game, the respect he has for the laws of the game, for the board, for the federation. And that's what's making him Africa's leading player at the moment.
The winner is